Welcome back, Deadites and Ghost Speeders. Today we're going to look at Kelly Maxwell, and we're going to give you the best rover solo build for her to take advantage of the broken battle frenzy right now. Now remember, it's very possible that when Castle Candor drops this month, it could change things, and we might need to tweak that perk, and she'll still be good solo, but you won't be as good solo at that point, and I'll explain why in just a second. But before I do that, if you like this Evil Dead content, please drop a like and a comment on the video below. It really does help the channel. Of course, smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell for all Evil Dead and horror related content, and if you're looking for people just to talk to, or you don't want to play with randoms because it's hell out there right now with them, click on that link in the description below. That is our Discord. We have a thriving Evil Dead and horror based community, which can absolutely help you find people to play with, or if you just want to talk about all cool stuff Evil Dead and horror related. Now let's take a look at this build real quick, and we're going to hop over to my game. Now for me, this is all about one thing, and as we mentioned, Battle Frenzy is the archetype that we're building around. So how Battle Frenzy works is even after lowering the ability, its extra damage per second is 1%. It's your melee damage increased the longer you are in sustained combat. Now right now, the reason they lowered that from 2% to 1% is because of the fact that Battle Frenzy is broken. Not only is it usable on both melee and ranged right now, but it also doesn't have to be you who's in combat. If anyone is targeted right now, she is getting a 1% stack, and it really cranks up the damage on Kelly. And if she has a legendary either melee or ranged weapon, look out. And it all builds around this, and we'll go through and I'll show you why. So you're going to put in long shot 4 points because you want to get that base damage. You're going to put in the same for hollow points. I put in 1 in Divide and Conquer for that extra dismemberment, 1 for surgical strike, so we can get over to Wig Splitter for 4 points. And that's all I'm taking from that point. I'm going to do 2 points of stopping power and 2 points of Fear No Evil, because here's the thing, she is going to be on her own. So you can do it one of two ways. You can either light up this grouping a little bit more. I just think the 2 points of Fear No Evil, from what I've done this runs, seems to be more than enough. You're going to want 3 points of staying power for all that stam, especially after they've reduced it on our friends, the Hunters, and 1 point of Artful Dodger, so that way you can get a little freebie on that. Now, here's the thing. I like to have 1 point of Light Therapy, because if you're running around solo, you just want to swing in there real quick and grab, like, at a stop or at a fire and grab some light. And then here's the thing, 2 points into Lone Wolf. Now, increased melee damage you deal when there are no teammates around you. So you are building this as a solo rover. You're out hitting points. You're out taking care of stuff. You're going to maybe even capture a point solo while your teammates go and capture the other one as a split Kandarian dagger and Paige's attack. Kelly is very good at this. She cranks out a shit ton of damage, and she makes for a very good solo character. And you can of course do a few things that mitigate the fear that hunters tend to experience and grow quickly, and that's why we're putting the point Light Therapy and 2 points in Fear No Evil. And of course, this is all you need to do. Get her to 25, roll with it. Now, I did mention that this could change once the Castle Candor patch drops, because if they fix Battle Frenzy, then it's going to make changes to it. The build's still very good for solo, but you don't get all that extra gravy from anyone being in combat and get that stacking damage. I'll tell you one thing, Kelly Maxwell was #1 on my tier list. There is a lot of damage potential from her, even with the decrease to 1% from 2%. At 2%, it was just ridiculous. Kelly's were doing 120k damage, and it wasn't even putting out a whole lot of effort. Now she's still very, very good, and she can keep up with probably the other 2 best damage dealers in the game, which is Hunter Amanda Fisher and, of course, AOD Ash. And I'll be honest, if you haven't gotten Kelly to 25 and you're looking for a damage dealer, even when she gets fixed, you'll still be S tier, and you'll want to make sure that she's 25 in your roster, especially with the fact that she can deal such a shit ton of damage against even possessed elites. It's really helpful with the way the game has changed since the nerfs and buffs to demons and, of course, our survivors. And if you're a person who does not like to roam alone, obviously this isn't the perfect build for you, but it is pretty much base to go for no matter how you want to play. The only thing you would do is take those 2 points out of Lone Wolf because you're not going solo, put 1 into stopping power, so that way you have the full balance bar damage at 3 out of 3, but the other one in a firm grip. You'll be fine. You still use the same build, just tweak those 2 points. But this is, for now, the best way to play if you're going solo. And I think the best build for taking advantage of the broken components and maximizing both time, decreasing what the demon can do on building up their levels, while at the same time dealing a shit ton of damage. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching, and later, mates.